Hello and welcome to a brand new video on the amazing YouTube channel. God, it's been so long since I've said that. Um, so I know this isn't a video I promised was coming out the other week in that live stream, but I promise that video is coming in the future. But really quickly, for those who didn't watch the live stream and is wondering, where are you? Where were you? You were gone for 3 months. It's like 9 days, something like that. Like 89 days away, no upload. And I know a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, so you probably would have thought I bloody died to the pandemic. But no, I'm alive, I'm well, didn't die. I've been on Twitter, I've been on Twitch, streaming, was streaming a lot on Twitch. A few weeks ago, I've slowed down on streams lately for personal reasons, but finally I am back, and I also would like to announce my final Batman movie pitch is being made. It'll be ready soon. I'll try get the Dean Ambrose video out before the Batman video, but the Batman video could come out before or after the Dean Ambrose one, so we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let's focus on the topic on hand right now, which is how I would book Seth Rollins as the Universal Champion. So we all know Seth Rollins won the 2019 Royal Rumble and slayed the Beast to win the Universal Championship in the main event of... it was the opener. That's disappointing. Anyway, so it was the opener of WrestleMania. Imagine winning the Royal Rumble in, like, you're being told, yeah, you're main eventing, or you're co-main eventing, so your fiance can main event instead. You're being told that you're co-main eventing for 3 months just to open the show. But anyway, so Rollins would hold on to that title until Extreme Rules, I think, before Brock Lesnar cashed in his Money in the Bank, just for Seth to win the belt back at SummerSlam. Incredible. Anyway, Seth would win the tag titles with Braun Strowman, and they would defend and lose the tag titles and fight each other for the Universal title on the exact same night for no fucking reason. Then, after that shit show, Seth got into a feud with Bray Wyatt, and speaking of shit shows, Hell in a Cell, am I right, lads? Anyway, so after everyone complained about the Hell in a Cell ending, Seth would drop the Universal title to the Fiend in Saudi in a match absolutely nobody could fucking see. And to top it all off, everyone began to hate him because of his social media antics. So basically, throw all of that shit out the fucking window, except for the first Seth v Brock feud into WrestleMania 35. So the Seth and Brock feud start of 2019 will remain the exact same. It's everything afterwards that'll be different, except for Seth's social media antics from the summer of 2019. I will leave that the exact same, but everything else will be different. So, let's give this a go, shall we? This is how I would book Seth Rollins' Universal Championship reign. So, Seth's feud for championship will be AJ Styles. I'm quite positive that was his first feud in real life anyway, so that's not really that different. So in the build-up, Styles can say stuff like Rollins isn't worthy of being a Universal Champion, and he only won the championship by low-blowing Lesnar and spamming the curb stomp, that Seth is making the Universal Championship lineage even more disgraceful than it already is. Also, on a quick side note, I did not see any of Seth's Universal title reign, except for him winning the belt, him getting cashed in on by Brock, him beating Brock back for the belt, and the last month and a half of it. So I barely saw it, so I don't even know what happened in their original feud. But throw that out the window, you're getting this feud instead. So anyway, Seth can go full on babyface mode, disputing AJ's claims, and then the Good Brothers will attack Seth. Now, Seth doesn't have the Shield since Ambrose is off in AEW and Reigns is on SmackDown. So this is a 3-on-1 situation for the championship, so Seth will be trying to find help. Seth will enlist the help of Aleister Black in the Ricochet. I think they were on Raw at the time, according to Google they were, so nice. Anyway, so at Money in the Bank, the opener is Black and Ricochet versus the Good Brothers, and Styles v Seth will co-main event at the show with the ladder match main eventing. Seth will defeat Styles and will celebrate with Black and Ricochet, and then from out of nowhere, Black nails a black mass to Rollins and then one to Ricochet. Black will lift the Universal Championship over Rollins' prone body. Brock does not win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Instead, that is given to Mustafa Ali. So at Stomping Grounds, it's Seth Rollins versus Aleister Black. No holds barred for the Universal Championship. Seth and Black have a 30-minute match, and Black nails a black mass and goes for the cover. 1, 2, but before the referee can count to 3, a Ricochet breaks up the pin from out of nowhere and attacks Aleister. Black and Ricochet brawl in the center of the ring for a minute, and Seth catches Aleister with a schoolboy superkick and hits the Phoenix Splash to retain the Universal Championship. Seth's next challenger is The Miz, who is still a babyface at this point. So it's a face versus face feud. They can call back to their feud from 2018 for the Intercontinental Championship in that Extreme Rules. They put on a 15-minute Extreme Rules match for the title. Seth will retain the Universal Championship in this match and shakes Miz's hand afterwards. The Miz low blows Seth from out of nowhere and lifts the Universal Championship and shouts at Seth that he is the rightful champion. And The Miz kidnaps the Universal Championship, and at SummerSlam, it's The Miz versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship once again. And they put on a great match, but the crowd is starting to slowly hate Seth because of his social media antics, defending WWE and attacking Will Ospreay, comparing their bank accounts or whatever the fuck happened with that. Anyway, so then Seth once again retains the Universal Championship with mixed reaction from the crowd. A Clash of Champions, Seth and Strowman win the Tag Team Championships, and Seth retains the Universal Championship over the King of the Ring winner, Baron Corbin. Seth and Braun will lose the Tag Team Championships to Ziggler and Rude on an episode of Raw, and afterwards Braun will turn heel and beats down Rollins. And at Hell in a Cell, Rollins defends the Universal Championship against Strowman in a, you guessed it, a Hell in a Cell match. At this point, Seth's crowd reactions are at its absolute worst as a babyface. The match isn't great, but it's not as bad as Fiend versus Rollins in 2019. Seth will obviously retain against Strowman, and at the Survivor Series, Seth Rollins faces NXT Champion Adam Cole, baby, and the WWE Champion Mustafa Ali in a triple threat. So, Lesnar will beat Kofi Kingston, but instead of that being 7 seconds long, it would be a much longer match. It would be great, and Brock would be really tired out from after it, and Ali would cash in 1, 2, 3, new WWE champion. So, Seth hits a curb stomp to Mustafa Ali, and Adam Cole hits the last shot from out of nowhere and pins Seth Rollins to win the triple threat. Seth will turn into the Monday Night Messiah as usual, except he is still the Universal Champion at this point. Seth will have his disciples Akam and Razor. God, that was the weirdest choices for the Messiah gimmick. Like the Messiah gimmick is great, but Akam and Razor is the first disciples. Still weird after all these months. Anyway, Seth faces Randy Orton for the Universal Championship on TLC in a TLC match, because of course they do. And Seth obviously wins the TLC match for the title. So, you may all be asking, how long has he held it at this point? Look, 9 months? So, you may all be asking, how has he not lost it yet? Well, you see, I would have had him drop the title at some stage, but changing gimmicks from Beast Slayer to Messiah, that should look, if he remained as Beast Slayer for this entire run, then yeah, he would have dropped the title around TLC. But since he changed gimmicks, the run continues for a bit longer, but it will end soon. So just keep that in mind, we're near the end of it. So, at the Royal Rumble, Seth will face former United States Champion Andrade. Seth and Andrade put on a fantastic match, but Seth walks out still Universal Champion. Drew McIntyre will still win the Royal Rumble and will face the Messiah in the main event of WrestleMania 36. At the Elimination Chamber, Seth defends the title against Kevin Owens. Seth and Kevin Owens put on a great match, as they always do. It's basically just imagine the WrestleMania 36 match, except without Kevin Owens jumping off and without the bullshit DQ thing at the start of it. That was terrible. So, Seth retains the championship, and now we get to the main event of WrestleMania. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. It's basically their Money in the Bank 2020 match, except Seth walks in champion and Drew walks out your new Universal Champion. He hits the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. The nearly year-long title reign finally concluded, and we have a new champion. So, what do you think of this version compared to how it was done in real life? Let me know what you thought of this fancy booking in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and follow my socials in the description below. Also follow the thumbnail maker on Twitter. His Twitter is linked in the description below. And I hope each and every single one of you have a absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you all in 6 months when my next video comes. I'm joking, it'll hopefully be August. Okay, thanks for watching, goodbye.